Shifting focus, ladies and gentlemen, India has invited Pakistan for the SCO Foreign Ministers meeting in Goa in May this year. The invitation from External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has been sent through the Indian High Commission in Islamabad for his Pakistani counterpart, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. Now, reports suggest Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has received the invite but is yet to take a call on attending this meeting. Remember, last week in an interview, Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif had offered peace talks with India, stating that Pakistan seeks serious and sincere dialogue. He also said Pakistan has learned lessons from the past. But let's remember that this pitch comes as Pakistan continues to push terror and anti-India propaganda across the globe while trying to keep the nation's crippled economy afloat. So how should we see this invitation coming in from the Indian government to Pakistan for the SCO summit? What does this mean for India-Pakistan ties?
कहा कि जनाब मेरे आप बड़े भाई हैं और मुझे बड़ी शर्म आ रही है, लेकिन मजबूरी है, हमारे मामलात जो माली मामलात जो हैं आप जानते हैं, आप मुझे $1 अरब और दे दें.
You're not going to hide it. You're not going to confuse anybody anymore. People have figured it out. So my advice is, please clean up your act. Please try to be a good neighbor.
Let me get to our guest. I'm joined by RP Singh, BJP spokesperson, Ashok Sajjanar, former diplomat, as well as Raja Faisal, senior Pak journalist. RP Singh, I want to get your take on this. First of all, how should we see this invitation coming in from the Indian government, given the fiery language that S. Jaishankar has been using against Pakistan on the international stage?
Well, the country stays as it is. That is, the terror and talk can't happen together. But this is a multilateral conference, so invitation has gone to all foreign ministers, and so is to the Pakistan foreign minister. It has happened earlier also. They skipped the meeting earlier, but they joined the dinner later on. But it's a very routine matter. I mean, I don't think we should read much into it. But yes, if they abide by that terror activities, they can curtail the terror activities and then show some track record on curtailing the terror activities. Probably there can be some window of talk.
Right. Raja Faisal, how do you see this invitation coming in from the Indian side? Do you see this as simply a formality or an opportunity for Pakistan as well as India?
Well, I see it both ways. Of course, they were supposed to extend an invitation to Pakistan, being SCO summit. So obviously Pakistan was supposed to be invited, but I think it can be considered as a fresh breather for of course, for a long time, people like me and people like the other panelists who are sitting, in your program, we have been always talking about that the talks is the only solution to move forward. And I think any opportunity of the talks should not be missed. And I believe it's a very good step forward.
Right. Ashok Sajjanar, do you think that there should be a bilateral between the two foreign ministers? Because as Raja Faisal points out, this is a great opportunity. But at the same time, given all the dynamics that have been happening in India-Pakistan ties, namely the pushing of terror from POK into Kashmir, do you think that this is just a formality, nothing concrete is likely to come out from the SCO meeting?
Yeah, let me put it this way. Two points. Number one, the ball is squarely in Pakistan's court because, India has made it very clear right from, 2019 after Pulwama and Balakot that terror and talks cannot go together. So if, we do not have a commitment from Pakistan of some nature or the other that, they are pulling back on terror or they commit, something what happened in 2015 when Prime Minister Modi and Nawaz Sharif had met in Ufa in Russia on the sidelines of the SCO summit. And there it was mentioned that, there would be serious rethink as far as Pakistan is concerned on terror. So, if there are some credible, sort of irreversible sort of, commitments that are forthcoming, then I think there could be some possibility. But otherwise, on the face of it, I see this is an intergovernmental organization. There are 9 members of the organization. All 9 of them have been invited. And, those who want to come will come. And, for Pakistan, I would say it's a great opportunity if they want to sort of, play the ball that is in their court correctly, then we could possibly see. But it is up to them as to how they handle it.
Right. Raja Faisal, how do you react to that? A great opportunity for Pakistan, given the political instability currently in the country. At the same time, the economic doldrums that the country is also going through with the, we've seen all those visuals of fights over food, the dropping of the rupee. Now even reports are coming out that the Pakistan government wants to slash the salaries of government employees by 10% across the board. Is this a great opportunity for Pakistan when it comes to rebooting ties with India?
Ayush, to me, I believe, the Pakistan, if economic, hindrances, if Pakistan is feeling, it is not going to be a positive factor when it comes to Pakistan's economy. But as your panelist was saying, that it is a huge, opportunity for Pakistan. To me, I think it is equally huge opportunity for India to gain as well, because we should not be forgetting that strategically India is facing two fronts right now. On one side, of course, a live border right now with China, and at the other side with Pakistan. So there is a lot for India to gain out of it as well. If eventually these talks turn out to be a sense of breather, which is given to India, of course, it can be something favorite for India to gain out of it. To me, I think we should not be stopping to two leaders meeting out there. It should be extended further to people interactions as well. When I say people to people, of course, it can be intelligentsia from the both sides meeting each other. If I say that the journalists, they should start meet up as well. And if I say, the cricket diplomacy could play an excellent role as well. Indian team can come to Pakistan to play with Pakistan in Pakistan. And obviously, we should not be forgetting, very soon we will be having a World Cup coming of cricket, and then Pakistan can go there as well. So to me, I think it would be a win-win situation for both of the countries.
Right. RP Singh, do you think the government, by extending this invitation, and let's say Bilawal Bhutto agrees and comes for the SCO summit, could the government be looking at a win-win situation? As Raja Faisal is pointing out, we are facing a two-front war with Pakistan as well as China. We've not snapped diplomatic ties with anyone, and I think it is the tenet of diplomacy that talks are the only way to diffuse tensions between two sides.
Well, I'll take a cue from Ambassador Sajjan Har. I mean, this is a routine invitation which was mandatory for the SCO summit, and then since it's being hosted here, so invitation had to go. But now it's up to Pakistan to decide on it. They come, they can be part of the meeting, and hopefully that they've not diverted to other issues than what issue is on the agenda, and which is the terrorism is the agenda for this meeting, and they'll stick on to this agenda, and then they'll ensure that they come out with some concrete step on which they intend to take or which they will take on terrorism.
Right. And Ashok Sajjanar, we've also, while S. Shankar has been that firebrand voice against Pakistan on the international stage, we've also seen Bilawal Bhutto play that Kashmir card repeatedly on multiple international forums. Do you think at this multilateral forum in India, you will have another exchange of barbs from both the sides, and then we'll go our separate ways and the status quo will remain as it is?
Ayushman, in the formal meetings, I will not expect that there is going to be any direct or specific reference to Kashmir. I think Pakistan raises this whole issue of Kashmir bogey because it really has nothing else to speak about. And so I don't think that there'll be any specific, focused reference to Kashmir. Even if there is, I'm sure India will respond, and then that'll be out of the way. But let me just take 2 points that, our colleague from Pakistan is there. He said that on the economic front, good relations with India will have not much of an impact. In fact, I remember having gone through a report which was brought out by, some of the Chamber of Commerce of Pakistan. I don't know whether it was Karachi or Islamabad, one of those. And they said that if Pakistan were to restore normal trading links, not sort of, put all these obstacles, not give the, it does not extend the MFN treatment to India, then the economy of Pakistan is going to increase by 1 to 2%. So, this is by not extending the MFN treatment to India, Pakistan is really hitting itself, on its shooting itself in the foot. So, even on the economic side, it definitely is going to have a benefit. The second point, Ayushman, that, our friend from Pakistan has made, that, instead of the two front, it will be reduced to one front. I don't think that is going to happen in a hurry, because definitely, Pakistan is so politically, economically, strategically invested with China that it's not going to improve relations with India at the cost of its relations with China. So I cannot foresee anything in the foreseeable future that, Pakistan will make overtures or will tend to, mend its relations with India, because both of them, China and Pakistan, have been acting in concert against India. And in fact, Pakistan acts as some sort of a surrogate to China to put pressure on India whenever it wants to.
Absolutely.
So I don't see that sort of a thing happening. But to come back to your question, Ayushman, I don't think that, we've had these meetings because both India and Pakistan have been members of SCO since 2017. And we have not really found any significant, India-Pakistan aspects being mentioned in the meetings of the SCO.
Raja Faisal, I'll give you the final word. Do you think that the entire... RP Singh, go ahead.
Very, very small point. Ayushman, we all know that it will depend on the deep state of the Pakistan. The politicians don't matter much, and we also know that. It will still depend what do the deep state has to indicate. Just recently, whatever statement was given by the Prime Minister there, he has to take a U-turn back later in the evening or late after some time, because the deep state doesn't accept the stand taken by the politicians here.
Right. So that absolutely, that pitch, and that poses a lot of hindrances to any rebooting of ties. Raja Faisal, I'll give you the final word. This vassal state kind of situation that Pakistan finds itself in with China, and also the compulsion of Kashmir politics for the Pakistani state. Do you think that these are eternal roadblocks that can never improve ties, no matter how many multilateral forums India and Pakistan share?
Well, Ayush, to me, I think whatever the problems we have right now, of course, Kashmir being the premier one, it is born of the contention between both of the nuclear states. I would say that nothing is impossible on the table. Everything can be talked. If we talk about Uri attack, if we talk about Pulwama attack, and if we talk about Pakistan tunneling from POK, as you say, and I say AJK, from there to your side of Kashmir, to me, I think anything can be talked about. Plus, Pakistan has continuously asked India that if they can extend any proofs or any evidences of Pulwama and Uri, they must do it, because Pakistan would be willing to help India in this course, because even Pakistan does not want anything, any sort of mistrust between both of the nuclear states. To me, I think this is an opportunity to talk about everything. When it comes to Pakistan and China, and Pakistan being labeled as a vassal state of China, to me, it's not the case. China and Pakistan, they have a friendship since the very first day. And to me, I think whatever is CPAC, it is purely, an economic sort of cooperation with both of the countries, which has a long-standing, cooperation for the future.
Right. I think a lot of optimism coming in from the Pakistani side given this meeting, and I'd also like to thank all our guests for having a very calm discussion about India and Pakistan, not descending it into a shouting match. Thank you, RP Singh, Ashok Sajjanar and Raja Faisal, for sharing your views on this entire pitch coming in from the Indian side, inviting Pakistan for the SCO in May. Now, before we go and take a quick break, a quick programming reminder, ladies and gentlemen. Starting tomorrow, we are bringing you a brand new show with Palki Sharma. tune in at 10 p.m. every weeknight to watch Vantage, a show which brings you the world's biggest stories with a unique Indian perspective.
At